Hey guys, it's Mike from BladeProtection.com here today. And today I thought I'd give you guys a little tutorial about how I install my 3D printed knife handles. I've had a few guys message me and mention that they're pretty tight fit. And when they come straight out of my shop, I do that on purpose. Because the tighter fit that these sleeves are inside of the handle, the tighter they're going to be on your knife, and the less likely they're going to end up coming loose in the future, especially if you do hard work with them. So I'm going to show you the way I like to put them in. And I start by taking one of the sleeves with one of the screws, and I'm going to put the screw right in. Because if you're trying to just push this little sleeve in with your hand, with how tight it is, it can be really hard. So by putting the screw in there, now I can use my driver and I can give it a little bit of a twist while I'm putting it in. So I'm going to start with that center pin, and I've got myself a M398 Mule here today. You get that center pin in the center hole first. Doesn't have to go in that far, just enough to make sure it's through. I'm going to take my second pin, slide it in, take my second screw, and screw that in. Make sure the handle's even on both sides, not skewed off to the side, okay? And same thing, I'm going to use that driver and that screw in there to help twist that in. Not going to go too deep. Put the last pin in. Again, take a screw. Screw that in. Push. See, this one's a little tighter, the last one, but push while you twist, slides right in there. Now what I'm going to do is push these two back out. So I think you can see that now. They're flush with the tang, and I'm going to take this center one and I'm going to push that right through. Now watch while I crack this nut or this screw loose here. Back it off really quick, and there's enough friction in there that the sleeve doesn't slide, but the screw does. I'm going to take it about 2 full turns out, and that just makes it so that when you seat the second scale on this side, there's about a millimeter and a half worth of space on either side, so you can get even squeeze on the handles from both sides. It's kind of hard to see, but right inside here there's a tiny little recess that these button head screws sit on and squeeze the handles in on the tang. So you want to make sure you don't have the screws tight on one side and loose on the other. That way you get a nice even squeeze. So I'm going to take the second scale, wiggle itself on there, tight fit, get it lined up. So I'm going to twist that in till it sits, and again, crack it by spinning quickly and about 2 turns out. So you can see here that that's going to leave that a couple of millimeters deep inside there, and I can just give it a push without twisting, because with the screw being loose it's not going to spin the sleeve. Push it in till it sits nice, and then we still have just enough room that when we put the next screw in there, it'll squeeze it nice and tight. So I'll go to the front, make sure the scale's lined up nice and straight, right, not skewed off to the side. Hold it with my finger here, and I'm going to twist that sleeve right into place. Crack it loose, about a turn and a half or so. Push it in, that one's tight, there it goes. Go to the back, and hold this one with my kind of butt of my hand. Twist it in, crack the screw loose, turn and a half, push. Now it's just as simple as seating the screws from the other side. And part of the reason why I make this so tight is that the tighter those sleeves are inside these indexing holes, the more secure your handle is going to stay on that knife for long term. I tend to use my knives a lot for bushcraft and hard cutting, so I don't want them wiggling, because the second it starts wiggling, then it's going to start wearing against the material of the handle, and they'll end up coming loose. So you'll see I'm just snugging them up here now, not really tightening them, so that they're all evenly snug Then I'm going to go around and I'm going to go about a half a turn, quarter turn to half a turn on all of them from one side. Go to the other side, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn. And that leaves the heads, screw heads, sitting just proud, you know, almost flush, but just a hair proud. You can see the scales squeezed nice and tight against the tang of the handle. There's maybe, you know, a 64th, if that, where the handle and the scales line up nice and smooth. Fits in my hand good. Now I'm doing these ones with a currently unreleased color of my ruby red. That's going to hit the website within the next week or so once I get a few more made. You can also see here my new electric blue. Same thing, I've got to get some more printed so I don't sell out right away once they hit the website. But if you guys are interested in a set of either of these, shoot me a message here on my YouTube channel or send me an email at mike@bladeprotection.com, or leave a note on the website and you can grab yourself a set of these. Now when I pack them up, they all come with stainless steel hardware, 3 sleeves, 6 screws, and now that you guys know how to install them simply and easily, you can put them on your knife, you can take them off, you can swap blades, you can get underneath and clean them for some of the knives, some of the mules that aren't a true stainless and you want to make sure there's no corrosion in there. If you want to do like me, you can color match them so that they, you know, you can put your red scales with a red sheath, looks real nice. You can get some blue scales with a blue sheath. There you go. Anyways, quick tutorial on how to install blade protection 3D printed handles on your Spyderco mules. If you guys have any questions, drop me a comment. If you like this type of stuff, let me know. Have a great day.